Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to tonight, or actually our very first Breadwinners team call, team Zoom. We're so happy to have everybody. Happy New Year to everybody on here. We got a lot of big things happening, and I know you guys are so excited to hear what's going on in our world. Let me just admit some more people in here. All right. As we get started, I am recording this so we can send this out. You could send this to the people who could not jump on. I hope I don't have such spotty service, but where I live is not the best as far as service goes. My name is Maria Jambroni, and I am so excited to have everybody on here tonight. We are going to be giving you some inside information about what's to come. We are going to be hearing some testimonies about why people are so hyped up and excited to be back working together. And if you could hear me, just give me a thumbs up, because I have some people. Okay, perfect, awesome. Okay, and we're going to be hearing some testimonies of why people decided to get back together and do this, because as you could see, we have a lot of familiar faces on here. So before I go into introducing everybody who is going to be talking today, I first wanted to introduce Mr. Mark Willitson. Everybody knows him. Everybody loves him. We would not be sitting here if it wasn't for him and Judy, of course. They saw a need. They knew what we were lacking. They knew what we wanted, and they fulfilled what we needed. So without further ado, I'm going to have Mark hop on and give us the vision of what we are to expect and really what's going to happen with us. So Mark, are you there? If you could unmute yourself. I have everybody muted, so if you could unmute yourself, that would be great. I have you unmuted on my end. Could you not get yourself unmuted on your end? Bear with us, guys. Technical difficulties.
Okay, I'm unmuted.
Okay, perfect.
Got it. Okay. Well, I guess you didn't have to make me a co-host. Perfect. All right. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much. You know what? Judy and I would not be here if it wasn't for all of you. And thank you all so much for believing in us, because you know what? We believe 110% in all of you. And there isn't anything that we all can't do together. That I am so certain of. You know, I'm not going to go too far back other than to say, look, by the grace of God, we set off on this journey to not just replace a coffee, but to make a better coffee, make something that tasted better, performed better, you know, just did a better job overall of giving us that energy, that focus, that appetite suppression, everything that we were looking for. And seriously, looking back on it all, I'll tell you what, God was on our side. Or if you don't believe in a God, there was definitely a higher power looking out for us in this process, because the right people kept showing up at the right time. And lo and behold, here we are. And of course, along that journey, the people that helped us to create the coffee, you know, helped us create these bread products. And the bread products are absolutely amazing. They're a great chaperone to go along with the coffee. But more importantly, they're going to give us an edge, I guess, in the direct sales arena. And that's what really gets me excited. You know, um, too often we've seen too many people raise their hand, join our business with us, buy a pack, and they go out and they share the product. And quite honestly, they don't have that great experience always, right? They end up without a bunch of customers, but they do end up with a credit card bill. Let's be honest about it, right? So, well, they got excited about a product, not necessarily were their friends or family always so excited about it. So coffee, I think we all learned that coffee is a beautiful method of delivering health and wellness products into somebody's body, because it's an experience most of us love. You hear me say it all the time. There was that study I read. I never verified it was real or not, but it did say that 39% of coffee drinkers, if they had to choose between their cell phone and their coffee, they would choose their coffee. Now, I believe that that's a dated study, it was dated, right? We didn't have smartphones probably then, but I'll bet most of us would give it up till noon if we had to choose between the two. It was the only grounds for divorce in ancient Egyptian times, guys. If you didn't provide your wife with a good quality coffee, that was grounds for divorce in ancient Egyptian times. I thought that was kind of cool. But, so people love coffee, right? So what a great way to deliver things into the body. And of course, we were using nootropics before. Now it's a completely different avenue. I don't understand the science of it, but this is what I do understand. And this is what's important about it, is that it's non-body adaptive. In other words, we don't get used to it. It works the same all the time. And, that really got me excited that I wouldn't have to have more of something to get the same benefits. So, oh, wow, just super excited about the fact that we have back our coffee, and so excited to have you guys here, because here we go, off and running. So the Soulside products, or I think there's a little confusion sometimes with Soulside Valentis. We're with Valentis, all of us. It's just that we're marketing Soulside Coffee. That's the company that we created the coffee in, and they have an agreement. But we also created the bread products, which are also part of Soulside, known as Soul Rising products. And of course, having carb-free or almost carb-free bread products is really exciting too, because now we have this combination, right? We have this hot button again also, like we used to talk about happiness and coffee. Well, now it's bagel and coffee diet, pancake and waffle and coffee diet. It's just a hot button, right? Because people are going to tell you, you can't eat pancakes or waffles or eat bagels and be on a diet. Well, yeah, you can. These products tip the whole world of bread products upside down, because they really truly are low carb and no carb. And the label is real on them. And what do I mean by that is most labeling on bread products out there is pre-bake or pre-cooked. What does that mean? That means that's a nutritional value of the ingredients before everything's been processed. And you find out that fiber breaks down in that process, and the old rule of a carb to a fiber offsets. Well, when the fiber breaks down, that's not true. But in our case, we proved all of our products by doing a post-bake test on them, so that they really are true. So they fit in perfect in the world of keto. They fit in perfect in the world of paleo. I mean, they are the perfect chaperone to whatever anybody is doing, right? And what a great option in the morning if you're wanting to replace breakfast, or maybe you don't eat breakfast like me. I don't get hungry till later on in the afternoon. So it's a great option for me in the afternoon to go ahead and have a bagel then. I can't wait. Can't wait for you guys to experience the waffles and the pancakes. We're going to have this tour that is actually beginning here this weekend. I hope everybody is welcome here in Connecticut. I know it's hard to travel right now. I can't wait to see all you guys. I know a lot of you are coming up here for that. But if you're not able to come for that, trust we are going to be rolling around the country getting to you. Judy gave me a kind of a list here. I know we're going to leave out of Danbury, Connecticut. We're headed to Rochester, New York. Then we're heading south towards Lorient West in Laurel, Mississippi. I think that's where you guys live, right? Laurel, Mississippi. I know it's by Hattiesburg. We're stopping Roswell, Georgia, or I think it's right near Roswell. It's somewhere on the way there. I'll get that information out. I just remember I looked on my map. It's north of Atlanta anyway. New Orleans. We're going to Chris Schwade's down in New Orleans. Then we're heading up. Let's see. Who else is in? Is Tony Garcia? I think is in New Orleans, or else Tony's up by Marcy up in Shreveport, Louisiana. We're going to head up there. We're going to cut over to Dallas after that. Then we're going to head north. We're going to go up to Iowa. Let's see. I know Sherry Pips, you're in Iowa. Melissa McGuire, I know you're in Iowa. We're going to do a couple of spots up in Iowa, go up into Minneapolis area, and then also Southwest Minnesota. Looking for anybody that maybe wants to do something in Wisconsin. Let's see. Then, well, I'm working in that area. I know Judy and Maria are going to head for Montana and make their way on out through Idaho, Washington, down through Northern California, and then I think they're going to wrap it up down around Vegas. So hopefully we're going to get to an area where all of you are at, or if not all of you, if you can put a bunch of people together, we're going to figure out a way to get to you, okay? And on this tour right now, we will have waffles and pancakes and bagels. I know today some of you saw a few bagels arriving. Gosh, you know, we only had a few that when we showed up at the bagel place, it was New Year's Eve and kind of unexpected in a sense. So we grabbed a few that were there and we ran to the post office, and literally he had 19 at this post office. He had 19 boxes and we could stuff 2 in a box, and got them all shipped out. And Tommy Wyatt, I damaged one of those boxes, so only 18 went out. I still have a couple of bagels here for you because I know you're right nearby, and I'll get you yours when I see you. But you know what? We're gonna get out to you and give you an opportunity to experience these bagels. You know, here's the cool part about what's going on. We all understand how powerful coffee is in the field of direct sales, right? Most of us experienced it. It's a massive driver. You can build a huge organization off of that. And there isn't any other flavor really in a drink that we can't do with Josh and his team at Taste Naturals and their ability to do different flavors and different drinks. It's kind of endless there. So, you know, we'll have some other products that'll be coming down the pike in terms of a tea, black tea, green tea, a lemonade. And you know what, we'll also have some fun with seasonal type drinks too, because of Josh's talent. That will be really easy to do also. We all know how powerful that is in the MLM model. Now, the bread, think of it more as a tool. But for the first time in direct sales, we're going to have a tool that makes someone money. And what's most important is the new distributor that's getting started. And that's where I've always felt like our industry has failed, right? That new person gets started, they buy that pack, they go share the product out. And at the end of sharing that pack of product out, we need to have them have a positive experience. What do I mean by that? I mean, they need to make some money, right? They need to have some customers. Maybe they don't have any distributors yet, but for sure they have customers, and for sure they've made money. So by design, you know, with the coffee, when you buy it in most of the packs, or if you're selling it direct to the customer, you make a really great commission on that. You make $20 when you sell the coffee. Whether you're buying it in a pack and then reselling it to your friend, actually you can make a little more if you charge a little extra because of the shipping. But the bottom line is either way you make $20 in that transaction. Well, guess what? You're going to be able to do the same thing with the bread products. And the truth is this, and I'm not going to lie about it. If people want the bread, they're going to have to buy our coffee from us. Okay. That's just the bottom line. we have something that nobody else has, and they're probably already drinking coffee anyway. Hopefully they are. If they're not, maybe they'll fall in love with our coffee, but eventually, you know, we'll have the tea or the lemonade also. So they're going to enjoy one of those drinks. But the bottom line is they're going to have to buy the pair. Now, this is what's neat is you're going to make about the same money on the bread as you make on the coffee. And so that's a $40 plus transaction. So that new distributor getting started, if they could go out and get a customer a day, that's life-changing, right? Now we're talking about $1,000 a month. Now we're talking about something serious. They can do, maybe they want to go do a local farmer's market or something and set up a booth. Well, you know, I was on a call with Chris Schweda and his buddy Bob, and they talked about, you know what? Oh my gosh, just sell a coffee and a bagel for $5. What an experience. Because I think you're going to hear some testimonials from everybody on here tonight about the coffee and how powerful that experience is. You really feel it. It feels good. And you know what? When you're eating a bagel, it tastes good. And when it tastes good, it feels good, right? So it also feels so much better when you can eat a bagel knowing that it's not loaded up with hundreds of calories and tens and, you know, one of the bagels I ate, it was from Costco. It had 61 carbohydrates in it, for crying out loud. So it really feels good when you can have your bagel and eat it too and not do a bunch of harm, or maybe have 2 or 3 if you feel like it. I don't know. The bottom line is it's a good feeling. We will get loads of customers. So that's how direct sales is supposed to be. By design, it was supposed to be that way. And if you can get customers, guess what? We all know it, right? That person, that personality that is referring people to you like crazy. If you're at a farmer's market maybe, or you're having a home party or something, that's that person that's calling up their friend or their family or someone they love, and they're sharing it with them right away. That's the identifier. Those are the people that are like the perfect partners in business. They self-identify. They're the ones that are buying product to send to their relative across country. That's the person that you're able to say, hey, let me show you the opportunity here because it's kind of special. The bottom line is it works because it's customer driven, not opportunity driven, right? The opportunity is secondary. We're all here, obviously, because we love the freedom of the opportunity, but it still has to be driven by customers, which means the product that they're having has to have a value. So when they experience it, they say, yes, I want that. I want to buy that. So that's what gets me really passionate, because I know that if we can impact, especially a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad, you know, there's so much going on in our world now. I have so many, well, my daughter, for instance, with our granddaughter, you know, the whole public school, private school, homeschool, all of those different things, right? For a lot of people, they want to homeschool their kids, but they know they're no good at it, right? And this will maybe afford them to go send their child to private school. Maybe it'll help pay the mortgage or the car payment. There's just so many things that we can help the world with if we have an opportunity that allows, especially the stay-at-home mom or dad, to make some extra money every month. And we all know that we used to talk about, you know, a few $100s. Well, a few $100s doesn't go so far anymore. It's awesome if we have something that we know that they can go out and get a customer a day and make over $1,000. So that's what drives me. That's what drives Judy. And that's what we get really excited about. So we're going to keep consistently finding really cool products that'll work in the direct sales, in the MLM model, but also always having unique, fun products, especially food consumable related, that we're going to be able to go share with the world, that, you know, they're products that people want, that, you know, we try to, you know, we're going to give you bread. We're going to give you bagels. We're going to have cookies down the road. We got pancakes and waffles ready to go pretty much. There's so many other products, pasta, all these other things in the future that this team, Josh and their team, can go create so that we can deliver them in the marketplace. So the bottom line is the The bread products are like a tool that make that new person money, right? And all of us, we don't have to be new to make money with the bread products. It's customer driven. And there's also a team aspect behind it. And you'll learn more about that later when the bread comes out. But there's also a lot of bonus money that will be attached with the bread also, or the bread products, as you're developing this team, as you're helping 3 people to help them find their 3. That's going to release some other monies that will be very, very exciting, especially, again, for that new person getting started. Let's see. I don't know if you want me to talk about anything else, Maria. Other than that, I will do a couple of quick notes in addition to that. Australia and all international, you can now register on all of that through the team enrollment page, either the 1 tub or the 3 tub. You can do that. And then we also, if you want the VIP enrollment, if someone's wanting the VIP enrollment and they're not in, they're in one of these other countries, they just need to get a hold of Judy, and she can help them out with that. I guess that's about it that I want to touch on. Some important news, but more importantly, the vision of where we're going and what we're doing. So with that, I want to go ahead and send it over to West and Lori Benson.
Well, thank you, Mark. And I just want to thank you publicly for your vision and what you're bringing forward. We're so excited. As I've scanned through the 4 pages of individuals that are on this Zoom tonight, it's like a family reunion. I'm not going to start naming names, but it's so good to see everybody. Maria, thank you for adding us to, the Breadwinners page. We're excited about being here at Soulside. Lori, it's interesting, the journey that we've been on, particularly the last 2 years. And Mark, it's interesting because just today, a really dear friend of mine, he sent me a copy of a program that I did for a group of folks 21 years ago. And it was entitled The Adrenaline Rush, The Adrenaline Rush. Well, let me tell you something, Mark and Judy. I'm feeling the adrenaline rush right here. And we're excited to be part of this. We want to thank you guys for letting us be a part of the program. Lori, I know you're feeling happy right now.
I am. Well, first of all, when I saw or heard that Mark and Judy had developed this coffee, I have always respected their position in business, and we've been in multiple companies together. And so that was really something that attracted me, is because I knew that if they were part of it, then it was going to be something, really incredible. And so I reached out to Judy and, started trying the product. And I was sharing with Sherry today, because I've had a great experience with the product. It wasn't anything that hit me like, this instant impact, immediate feel, but it was a gradual feel for me through the day. And then building upon each day has been really good for me. So I love the way that you feel with the product. I can say also that I was telling Sherry, it's been a long time since I really had this desire, like this burning desire in my gut to go talk about something to people, sharing the opportunity with people, because I just haven't really had that. Even though we've been doing other products, I just missed that. And so that's been a great feeling to be able to know where you are in this company, and the product and the people that you're connected with is so important, because regardless of what product you have, as a lot of us know, that the people are what really make the community something that you want to be a part of. And so we're really excited about that. I know Sherry said she felt the same way that I was speaking of. And, I think the idea of the bread is genius, because it's so non-MLM-ish feeling when you talk about it and when you post about that, because who has ever had that, right? And so to be able to talk about a low carb option, because pretty much everybody is interested in that. is just a genius way to introduce yourself to these people, to open the door to the other products that will be available. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about the one community of people coming together to do this. And, you know, I think we're all at a really great place and time with this business. And I'm just really excited to see where we're all going to go in this together. So Maria, thank you, and Mark and Judy and Chris for asking us to be on here tonight. We really appreciate you guys and look forward to working with all of you.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you guys for sharing. And it's about community, guys, you know, and the more and more people that we talk to, the more and more people tell us, oh, we're just so excited to be back doing what we love and having that feeling again. And that's what everybody's saying. They have that feeling back, whether it be the feeling of momentum or the feeling of excitement or just the feeling of the coffee and us all being together. Everybody has that feeling. So I would love for Tommy Wyatt. Are you unmuted? Would you be able to share a little bit, please, sir?
Yeah. Hey, Maria, thank you. Wow. First of all, West and Lori, congratulations on your new restaurant. You know what? I've been to like 40 out of the 50 states, and I've never been to Mississippi. And now I have 2 great reasons to go there. 1, hang out with you guys, and 2, to come to your place. And I hope you have chicken wings on the menu. That'll be awesome. You know what? You know, for anybody that knows me, you know what? I'm just a guy that tells it like it is and speaks the truth and whatever. I'm going to say this, you know, I've got a love-hate relationship with network marketing for years and years and years. And I'm not going to lie, it's mostly hate. The love part is that I've made my lifestyle through it. I mean, for 23 years, I haven't had a job, so that's kind of cool. You know, when all this COVID nonsense happens, it's pretty cool that you don't have to go anywhere and do anything if you can just stay home. Everybody said, you know, how are you making out through COVID? And I said, I'm doing great. I've been practicing for this my whole life. But I have a hate side of it too, because you get let down a lot. You know, people lie to you, people let you down, and you know, you're a victim because your hope is always high and you're always excited when you get started in something, and it always seems to end in disaster. You know, I'm not trying to sound like a black cloud person, but you know what? Everybody just wants to get in one company and stay there your whole life, right? And build a giant community. And you know, the best part about network marketing to me, other than the lifestyle you're able to create, is the people that you're able to meet, the relationships that you build, and the friends that you make along the way. And I'll tell you this, that last company we were in, I didn't want to get in it. The only reason I got in it was because Mark handed me a bag of coffee, and the coffee changed my life and made me feel amazing, made me lose weight and be healthy. And I'm not a health and wellness kind of person. You know, that we don't need to get into the story about it, but an ingredient came out of that coffee, and I didn't like it anymore, and all my customers didn't like it anymore either. But I built an entire company, an entire business, an entire income stream by just sharing coffee with people. I'm not necessarily interested in network marketing anymore, but you know what I'm interested in? Drinking coffee, eating bagels and breads and pancakes. I'm interested in all those things. And you know what? When you have a product that you feel so strongly about and so great about, and you know almost for a fact that when you share it with everybody, you know they're going to love it too. And oh, by the way, you can get paid money for it. You're silly not to get involved in it. And I tell you, I thought I was done. You know, 2 years ago, I kind of, you know, recoiled and curled up in my little house here in Connecticut and kind of said, all right, no more. And I got off my Facebook profile, created a whole different one because I was tired of looking at negative stuff. And I didn't think I could get this excited again. And I am so excited right now. I had a chance to try, so I didn't try the bagels yet, but I tried some of the bread, and you know, I don't care about no carbs and all that stuff, but guess what happened to me over the last 2 years? I'm working on my way before picture right now. So I grew this beard because it covers up all the extra chins. And I can't tell you, I'm emotional right now looking at all the names that are in here and seeing all you faces. And I didn't think I would ever say this, but I miss everybody so much. And I'm so excited to be back here. And you know what? I made a New Year's resolution. I'm going to put my foot down and I'm just going to work my butt off in 2022, and work is a relative term. I'm going to drink a lot of coffee and eat a lot of bagels, I guess that means. And I'm just going to tell everybody I know about it, and I'm going to share it with everybody I know. And the people who like it are going to come too, and the people that don't aren't going to. And isn't that just the way it should be? So I'll shut up now. I could talk all night. You know how I do. But thanks for having me on here. And guys, it's so nice to see everybody. And we've got something special here. Let's let this be the one.
We do have something special. Chris, would you unmute, and we would love for you to share and provide some.
I am unmuted. So guys, is it okay if I talk fast? Because I'm going to talk fast because I want to go over a lot of information in a very short amount of time. And what I want to be very just flat out and open with you guys is that these calls are not going to be a bunch of fluff. They're not going to be a bunch of hype. We're never going to feed you a line of stuff, if you know what I mean. You're only going to hear flat out, how do we go out there and grow our business? How do we have the right mindset? Sometimes you might hear things that you don't want to hear because it might hit you from a different perspective. What we asked a few different leaders to come on tonight because we wanted you to see the fact that we are unified and that this is multiple different organizations that are communicating together, that are all working on the same common goal of unity and creating something very special, very transformational. You know, it's interesting how everyone in the industry wants to talk about how, ooh, we're going to change the industry and all this other kind of stuff. What we're doing is we're creating a transformation, and we're going to, and that transformation is going to be done with a cause and a movement. And what is that cause and that movement? One of the things that we're so passionate about, and because many people will always want to talk about the big money, which people will be making absolutely amazing money in our company. But what you won't experience is to where it becomes a Maria and Chris show or a Tommy and you know, Wes and Lori show. This is going to be basically about creating an environment where we're going to be lifting people up, where we're going to be developing layer after layer after layer of leaders, so where hopefully people don't even know our name because we've created so many layers. And how we're going to do that is through creating a cause and a movement. Look, anything in life that is worth doing is all based on something that is way bigger than ourselves. And the movement that we're going to create is truly creating more thousandaires than any company in the history of direct sales. And how we're going to do that is by using the tools that are simple for people to talk about. What I love about what we're doing is people don't need to be trained on how to drink a cup of coffee. People don't need to be trained on how to eat a bagel. And when they can share their story of what it did for them and what that looks like, we're going to go out there and impact so many people's lives. So what I want to be very clear about is because of our unique, basically compensation plan, there's a lot of people that, you know, and I've been in the industry for now 20 plus years. And in most models, you have to go out there and build multiple lines of sponsorship where you're working with, you know, 3 to 5 people, and then you're having to build everything on your own. And what we have the unique ability to do here is that we're going to be able to, we're only building out 2 teams. So, and there's these misconceptions of, well, you know, I want to be on your strong team. I want to be very clear that both of my teams are power teams. Both of my teams are absolute incredible rock star teams that are growing like wildfire. And we are the leaders of this company. We are in pre-launch right now. And the only thing that's going to happen in this company is going to come from this group of people. So if you happen to have enrolled and you got started and you're not looking at yourself as a leader, it's time to change that program. It's time to change that story. You are the leaders of this company. You are the ones that are going to go out there and create the path. We're going to go knock down the field and create that path for everyone else to make it easy on them. And that's up to us. And we are going to do it. Many people in this company have walked away from very large incomes that people would only dream of having. And why we did that was because we know what we're about to do. Guys, we did not do that to lose. We will win. We're going to create a winning team. And this is the dream team that we're creating right now. And the beautiful thing about what we're doing is every single person on this team brings a different value to the table. I picked to work with Maria because she brings values and brings skill sets that I don't have. And every single one of you all do the exact same thing. So guys, if you're looking at this, we're not using the language of get in now, so where you get in, so everybody, we're not using that language. Because the bottom line is that we're getting people in now. If they're telling me they're not willing to work and they're not ready to go, then I'm telling them to sit back and wait and watch, because we're going to go out there and create something special. So if you're looking for the lottery mentality, wrong place. Bottom line is that for this to work, we have to work. With that being said, what I want to talk about is basically parts of the systems of what we're going to do and how this is going to look. So this is a two-part strategy that we're going to go over right now. Strategy number one is get position, hit position, recognition. What that means is right now you're getting your leaders in place. You're getting if you were going to go open up a business, like I'm sure Wes and Lori opening up a new business, they didn't go try to find the worst people they can to hire in there. They're going to try to find the best people they can to hire in their business, right? And we all do that when we're looking at a business. You don't want a CPA that sucks. You don't want a CEO or a president or whatever. Guys, you have to look at this business. It is a business. And because it's only $1,000, that's the biggest challenge. To come in at the most aggressive pack is only $1,000. But you need to have the mindset that I'm going to go talk to the people that I know that have massive people skills, the people that I know that are business minded, the people that I know that aren't allergic to an extra income. And what we want to start out by doing is striving for at least five people. Why five? Because it rhymes the best with strive and five. No, I'm joking. But so step one of our system is basically, we have two rules, by the way. Just want to let everybody know, if you're a rule breaker, you're not going to like these. Rule number one is be normal. Don't be a freaking weirdo, because nobody wants to be a weirdo. Nobody wants to say, oh my gosh, I got to go accost and tackle my friends and sell stuff to them. They don't want to do that, but they can share value with people. So they can do that. So guys, number one is be normal. Don't be a weirdo. And number two, you got to have fun. We already have things in life that we don't enjoy doing. Let's make sure that this is not one of those things. Let's do this out of joy and out of helping people and creating something special. So those are our rules. So here's the steps. Step one, be a product of the product. Drink coffee, be happy. Eat a bagel, be happy. Guys, it's really that simple. Create a story. I sat down with a friend. His name's John. They had a long night out. We basically sat down. We had a cup of coffee. Within 30 minutes, he was like, what in the world is going on here? He felt amazing after having a cup of coffee. And the beautiful part about it is I was sharing with him what we do. Not only did he get started as a VIP pack, has already enrolled other people. And he had the system down packed because it's so easy. All he did is shared his story by asking two questions. Number one, do you know anybody who drinks coffee? Can we agree that everyone knows people that drink coffee? So that's what we ask, because we want to line it up so where the brand new person can have success. Do you know anybody who drinks coffee? Everybody's going to say yes. Have you heard about that coffee and bagel diet that everyone's been talking about? What we know is that when everybody's talking about something, what do we want to do? We want to know about it. So what it does is it causes people to ask. And guys, we beta tested this. Over 90% of the time, when you say, have you heard about the coffee and bagel diet? Everyone's talking about 90% of the time, people are going to say, what is that? Which now gives you permission to share. So you're not being a weirdo trying to push stuff on people. Make sense? So ask questions, share your story. So John shares his story and says, man, oh my gosh, I was feeling really terrible. We had a long night last night. I had this cup of coffee and I couldn't believe the energy and focus and just the way that it made me feel blew me away. You got to check this out. Guys, that's step 2, share your story, what it did for you. Step 3, share a tool, don't be a tool. What are the tools? We have a Facebook group where you can connect them to where they get story after story after story after story. And you can tag them in one of those stories, something that will relate with them. The bottom line is facts tell, stories sell. People, all they need to do is come up with a natural logical conclusion that if this bagel and this coffee is doing this for these people, what can it do for me? So step 3 is use a tool. Step 4 is connect. Guys, we talked about we're building a dream team here. And the bottom line is I don't believe we have any professional basketball players on this call. But what I do know is that every single one of us can dribble a ball, can't we? Even if we have to do it with 2 hands. Well, our first 3 steps are dribbling the ball. And the most important step is the connect. Now, how many of you all would not join the NBA if Michael Jordan took all the shots for you, but when he made the shots in, you got paid? How many wouldn't join the NBA? Everyone would, wouldn't they? And the reason why we have so many people that are winning is you don't have to be the Michael Jordan. All you have to be able to do is pass the ball to your Michael Jordan, let them take the shots, and you get paid. Guys, that's what we do over and over and over again. And that's the message for the masses. So the first step is the influencer play, where we're going after our leaders, getting them in position. Then we go hit rank, and then we blast recognition of all the people winning all over social media, which then attracts more people. And the message that we're sharing with them is our simple 4-step system that anybody can do. And that's why leaders are going to win so big, because they're going to be able to truly help their teams win and make money. Now, the last step on what we're going to be doing, and we haven't had a chance because we've been growing so fast. I mean, we literally have people in this call that have been bringing in 20 plus people in, their first week or so. So the thing is that we haven't been able to do this throughout the entire team yet, but this is going to be an important factor in us growing. And this is the welcome call. Guys, it's so important. One of the biggest things that is kept the glue that has kept teams together is the culture and community that we create. And it's so important for people to recognize that they matter, that they're significant, that they're important. And our culture and community is what's going to facilitate that for them. So what that looks like is when we're bringing on new people, we have to get on the phone with them right away and find out what their goals are. What is it that they want out of this, whether it be part-time, full-time? What is their dream income? Guys, there's a lot of people right now. We're talking to influencers, we're talking to leaders, and we already know what we want, but we have to make sure we duplicate this within the masses and that this goes layer by layer by layer. And what we're doing is we're getting to know these people, finding out what their goals are, what their dreams are, what it looks like, and more importantly, what it feels like when they accomplish their goals. So what I'm going to talk about real quick is called what we call AV. So first, we're going to affirm what it is that they want to create in their life and create a quick affirmation on who they are and what that looks like. Part of my affirmation is I'm the leader that people are looking for. Today, I will attract a person or group of people that will use their wealth and influence to help me achieve my dreams. All day long, people go out of their way to bless me. Today, I will add great value to someone's life, knowing that as I help other people achieve their goals, all my dreams come true. Guys, that's just a part of what I've affirmed. And the right people are showing up because I've already affirmed it. And then what you need to do is visualize. So first is affirm. Number 2 is visualize. What does it look like? What is it that you want? If you have a dream house, a dream car, or any kind of dream that you want, you have to be able to visualize it. Saying I'm going to California and you have no map or no, where is California? What is it? Without having a map makes zero sense. You have to know where you're going and what that looks like and what that path is going to look like. So you want to visualize, create a dream board if you need to. Start looking, if it's real estate that you want, start looking in the area that you want to live in. Start getting pictures of the house on how you want it to look and visualize it. And then most importantly, guys, part of the welcome call is to help them to emotionalize what it feels like when they accomplish that. So let's just say, for instance, Sue wants to send her kid to private school, or she's looking at this car or whatever, or she wants to help mom, whatever it might be. Then we're going to ask Sue, what does that look like? And more importantly, what does it feel like when you accomplish your goal? And have them to start visualize and start telling you what that looks like, telling you what that feels like. And then what we do is we anchor the system of the 4 steps into their subconscious, so where they're focused in on the goal, not on whether people say yes or no. Because people, it's funny, Tommy said something years ago when we traveled together. He said that if there was a certain number that you knew if you hit, that you had to talk to this many people for all of a sudden your business to just explode, and you knew the exact number, wouldn't you go through the numbers quick? The challenge is that numbers for everybody different. But you have to be willing to go through the numbers, because everyone has that number when they have a breakthrough. So with that being said, guys, we want to make sure that we're anchoring that feeling of the emotion of what it is that they want to create to the simple system. Hey, Sue, if you said you wanted to basically, send your kids to private school, these 4 steps is what's going to make that happen. Hey, you said you wanted to be able to help mom. These 4 steps is what's going to make that happen. You said you want to live in ABC house. These 4 steps is where that happens. So guys, that's what I wanted to cover tonight. We're not going to go into a whole lot of detail on the welcome calls right this second. But what we're doing with our team is we're doing the welcome calls for them. Then we're doing it with them. And then they're doing it on their own. And then that's how it's going to duplicate. So guys, we are absolutely crystal clear on what this looks like and where we're going. And I recommend, if you don't have that goal in your mind and you don't know what it looks like and you don't know what it feels like, you need to start working on your AV. You need to affirm it, you need to visualize it, and you need to emotionalize it, because we are going to win in this company. We are going to win with this team. This is a dream team we're building, and we're going to go out and blow this thing up. With that being said, I'm going to turn it back over to my friend and partner, Maria. Over to you, my friend. Close it up.
Thank you. That was amazing. Guys, how much value was that? I'm gonna throw the steps on a graphic, and I will put it into the team page so everybody has it. If you weren't taking notes, sorry about all the technical difficulties. I will chop up this video and put it back. I'll put it on a YouTube page so that everybody can share it, and it'll go in the team pages. One thing that I just wanted to talk about quickly before we wrap up, because we are closing in almost on an hour. And I'd like to keep these to an hour. I would like just to talk about the resources that we have, okay? So we are, just so you guys know, we are one main team. We are Judy and Mark's team. We're called the Breadwinners, and that's how we're gonna remain. We're not gonna put ourselves into littler groups, smaller groups, just so that everybody is part of the exact same thing. And we're providing resources to everybody across the board. So for you guys, different things that you could plug into. Every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, we have a coffee chat. It's this link. It's www.bagelandcoffeechat.com. We're going to keep all of the meetings with this link. This way everybody knows what they are. So www.bagelandcoffeechat.com, Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. Grab a cup of coffee, hopefully a bagel, a low-carb bagel, and hop on with us. It's where we get to know the community, get to know everybody. When you go to meet people in person, you're going to say, oh my God, I knew her or I knew him. And you'll feel like you know everybody. That's where we build our community. On this Tuesday, we are starting, not tomorrow, but next Tuesday, we are starting our opportunity calls. We're going to have one opportunity call a week. Same link, every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Obviously tonight, we're on a Monday night. Monday evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. No, I'm sorry, 6 p.m. Pacific. Sorry, my time zones are all over the place. We are having our team call. Again, we are called the Breadwinners. This is Judy and Mark's main team. We have 2 Facebook pages. We have a customer page, which is called the Soul Side Lifestyle. The Soul Side Lifestyle. That is our customer page. There's testimonies in it. You're going to be getting a lot of information on the products. Put your people in there. If they're interested in anything that we have to do, whether it be the business or whether it be just information on the products, and if you want to get them excited and see all the testimonies, throw them in that page. The Breadwinners is our Facebook team page. That's Judy and Mark's team page. It's called the Breadwinners, right? That's where you're going to get all of your business information. We also have a Slack backup. Slack is an app that you could download. It is not our main source of providing information, but in the event that Facebook ever glitches or goes down, we don't want you to lose all of your business information. So we have a backup in a Slack channel. Get with your upline to be added to that so you are part of that backup resource. As Chris mentioned, we are doing welcome calls and what is a Slack channel? It's an app called Slack. It's like you'll see 8 different color lines, and just download that and ask your upline. We will add you to the that Slack channel. It's called a Slack channel. And so welcome calls are so very important, guys. It really makes everybody feel like they're a part of what we have going on, and dig deep or dig up, right? So if you are and we're all top leaders here, but if you're a top leader, make sure you get involved with the people who are in your team. Make sure that they know that you're there to help them. All of us are here to provide support, whether you are they are in your direct line or not. We are all here to help. So please utilize these resources. I think that's it for now. Like I said, I will get this video up as soon as possible. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope everybody got a lot of value out of it. We are about to do some majorly big things, guys. Like, this is no joke. Bagel and coffee, waffle and coffee. Who wouldn't want this? So I look forward to seeing everybody on tomorrow morning's coffee chat, 10 a.m. Hop on, grab a cup of coffee, and let's get to work. Good night, everybody.